Dzień dobry, I'm Max from Canada.
Susie from Thailand.
Wow, guys, I found the Polish patriotic song Rota. Rota, the Oath, is an early 20th century Polish poem as well as a celebratory anthem, once proposed to be the Polish national anthem. Rota lyrics were written in 1908, so it was just before the First World War, by activists for Polish independence post Maria. Oh, you need to pronounce it. Maria.
Maria Kononiska.
As a protest against German Empire policies or forced Germanization of Poles. Basically, they had to become German, like assimilate. Yeah. Konopnicka wrote Rota in 1908 while saying in Cieszyn the poem was published for the first time in
Siziska. Twiska. Silsiska. Oui? I'm sorry,
newspaper on 7 November. The music was composed 2 years later by composer, conductor, and concert organist Felix Nowosielski. During the German occupation of Poland in World War II, on the eve of 11 November 1939, Polish Independence Day, in Zolonka, a town out at the outskirts of Warsaw, the scout from the Polish Scouting Association put a poster with the text of the poem on the wall of the building. In Rybizat, German occupying force carried out an execution of 9 Scout and other inhabitants of the town. The communists also retained the same national anthem as well as Rota, making it the official anthem of the 1st Tadeusz Kościuszki Infantry Division. In 2010, Rota and its author, Kopytynska, were honored by a special resolution of the Polish Sejm. It also served as the anthem of the Polish National Territorial Region in the 90s. Whoa. You know, wow. You get executed for singing a song. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
We have subtitle, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Fairly.
No.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
Hey, we won't let her speech be buried. We live in a world in 2025, believe it or not, where in a lot of country you can go to jail for what you say, even if it's not like hate speech. You just say someone do something very bad, and you denounce that person, and you can literally go to jail for that. We live in that world,
Yeah.
and it's really sad that it still exists in a lot of country. What is Piast?
Yes.
The Piast dynasty was the first historical ruling dynasty of Poland.
Wow.
So what did you think about that? From the royal line of Piast. You saw what happened to Ukraine now? Zelensky going to America and Trump trying to bully him into like accepting a lot of weird stuff. And it's like, the way they speak is like, I cannot give up my country. I cannot give up my land. I cannot give up, like, it remind me of that a little bit, right? We'll fight until the last blood. We'll fight until the end. I mean, if you give up without fighting, you're like spitting on the grave of your ancestor at the same time. Because Ukraine also have a pretty long history, just like Poland.
Yeah.
You're literally like disowning your own history. So you have to, just out of principle, you have to fight for what's right. And it's something that the United States does not understand in a way, because they have never been like invaded. Like the closest thing was like 9/11, but they have never been like recently in the recent world invaded. So for them, what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening outside of the wall is so far away from them. So there's a lack of compassion. So I just talked
That
about
one.
spitting. But I was not talking about this the German. I was talking about yourself spitting on your own ancestor grave. Because if you don't defend your country, you're like spitting on your ancestor that died for the cause. He kind of said it there, but he said it's like we won't let the enemy spit in the face. That's kind of different, but it's in the same spirit of what I was saying. To say it's not Germanize our children, it's very important. It's the fact integrating people versus like assimilating people into your culture. Like China with the yogurt, it's like we're gonna take people from the whole country and especially near the border, right? Because usually near the border of every country, you're gonna have people that have relative in the other side of the country on the other side, so their culture it will be, for example, Polish and Czech at the same time. Or Polish and German because they live near Berlin, for example. They live near places where, and then it's like if someone comes and said, no, you're 100% this, you need to forget about the other side like this. It doesn't exist to you anymore. They try to divide. Like a little bit like what they did with the wall in USSR. One side of the wall cannot even communicate with the other side. They are like completely assimilated to believing in one sort of thing. It's like make people really like their brain scatter. We won't step alive in a coffin. What does that mean?
Oh, maybe they just like gonna sacrifice themselves.
Yeah, but usually when you're in a coffin, you're already dead, right?
Yeah, that mean like we're gonna fight to the death. We're not gonna
Even if
go
you're
back.
even if you're injured, you're still gonna fight until your last breath. So you're not gonna be in the coffin injured. You're gonna be if you're in the coffin, you're dead.
Yeah.
Kind of an expression more. The way that it's phrased, it's a little bit weird. I'm not sure how you translate. I don't see this at like help us God, like come to our rescue, but it's more like give us the strength to be strong.
Yeah.
It's more like to give us like the courage, like
It's a really good song for like, like before you go to war. How to say some country, if they have like a good leader, some country want to surrender. Like easy. Surrender. Like easy. If the king, like the other king whoever that trying to attack your country, if they're a good person, thing like that. But if they're a bad person, it's gonna be so bad for you if you lost the war. Because some people, even you lost the war, you still like can have your people, even your land not gonna be there. It's happened a lot. Like the people still alive, but your land not there anymore. But then, the more you grow up, you realize that, the country that you took, like the side that you took, is a good side. It's the best side for your family. But the other side that like your cousin or whoever took is the wrong side, because right now like they are going poor and poor and poor, thing like that.
oh, okay, I know what you
But
mean.
Poland is still like lucky because you still have your people, your land, It's a good, it's still
Yeah.
good thing.
Well, thank you for the amazing suggestion. If there's more song like this, please tell us in the comment below. And see you very soon.